Hello, this is the phonics video for phase 4, week 4. So we'll start off, guys, with Monday's session, and if you can write your alphabet to get you started, that would be great. And then give yourself a minute timer to see how many of these phonemes you can say in 1 minute. Then try it again and see if you can beat your score. So our learning objective for this session is to read tricky words. Let's practice by reading these ones together. Do, when, and out. Okay guys, let's practice some of our sounds in these words now. Some of them are treasure words, some of them are trash words. So a good idea is to draw yourself 2 big boxes, one for the treasure chest, one for the trash can. Then you can write these words inside. If you're finding it a little bit tricky to read, remember you can put your sound buttons in to help you. And really look for any digraphs or trigraphs that might be in there. Okay guys, here they are. I've sorted them out for you so you can check your work. And let's just try reading them together now. Remember, you can put sound buttons in to help you read them. Here we go. Think, spring, scan, clip, twist, thank, street, sket, clasp, sprig, plink, spreet, twoot, and thand. So once you've read them all, guys, we can move on, but if you're not too sure, have another practice. Okay guys, I've got some sentences for you to read, so have a little try, and the answers can be yes or no. So give a thumbs up if you think it's yes, and a thumbs down if it's no. So see if you can read those sentences and then answer them. Let's give it a try. Do clocks get cross? Well, no. They don't have any feelings, do they, clocks? Let's give the next one a try. Can crabs clap hands? No, they have claws, don't they? Are you fond of plums? Well, that's up to you. I quite like them. See what you think. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Did a shark ever jump up a tree? Well, I think that one's probably a no. Right, here are some more for you guys, so you can have another look, and then we'll go through them. Okay, let's read this sentence. Will a truck go up steep stairs? No, I don't think so. You tried this one? Can you see the stars on a clear night? Yes, I think you probably can. When you get wet, will you shrink? What do you think to that one? No, hopefully not. Hopefully you won't shrink if you have a shower or a bath. Okay, just one more for you guys. Try and read it, and then we'll read it together. Will trash jump from a dustbin? Yeah, that one's got to be thumbs down, hasn't it? No, can't jump out of the dustbin. So well done if you managed to read those. Have another go if you didn't get time. It's really important to have practice with these adjacent consonants. Okay guys, we're going to play mood sound. So I'll say an emotion and your job is to listen to it and say it back in that voice. Okay, here comes the first one. H-A-P-E. Did you get it? Happy. Okay, the next one. Sad. Sad. Okay, make sure you're saying it to show that emotion. Here comes the next one. Angry. Did you get it? Angry. Okay, and the last one. Excited. Excited. Well done if you got those. See if you can think of some of your own as well. Okay guys, so we've got some more tricky words for you here. So we'll read them together and then you can have a practice writing them down. Okay, here we go. Come, were, there, little, one, when, out, what, so, do, have, like, and some. So I've just moved the word come over here next to the word some, because you'll notice that the O, M and E are the same. It's just the first letters that change. Also in the words were and there, we've got this pattern of E-R-E. So although they're tricky words, you can spot some patterns in them, and that should help you to remember how to write them. Okay, so when you've had a go at writing them down, we can move on. Okay, so it's time to have a practice with some of our phase 4 words which have adjacent consonants. So just have a notice of these adjacent consonants. Actually, that's not that one because E is a vowel. And just notice where they are, and then we'll have a go at reading them. Okay, here we go then. Did you spot the digraph? Let's try and read it together. Think. Next one, can you see any digraphs? Yeah, we've got the digraph again. Let's read the word. Thank. Can you see any digraphs in this word? Well done if you spotted E. Let's read it together. Eat, street. Here we go. I can see the ng sound here, and I can see adjacent consonants here. Let's try and read it together. Spring. How about this one? Are there any digraphs? No, we've just got our vowel here, sound. Let's read it together. Right, it's not an E, it must be an sound. Let's try it again. Crept. Now we've got a word. And the last one, can you see a vowel? Yeah, we've got the E there. So it's either going to be making an E sound or an sound. Let's find out. Slept. Does that sound like a real word? Yeah, let's try it with the E just to be sure. Slept. No, so it must be slept. Well done, guys. When you've managed to read them, you can have a try on your own if you like, then we can move on. Okay, let's try reading these words when they're in sentences, guys. So our star tip here is to remember, watch out for any adjacent consonants. Really sound out each sound, okay? So have a try and then we'll do it together. Here we go then. When you drink milk, will you hear it crunch? What do you think? No, milk doesn't crunch, does it? Okay, let's try the next one. When you've given it a go, we can read it together. Will an igloo melt in spring? Not sure about that one. Depends where it is, doesn't it? Depends where the spring is happening. Might melt a little bit. Okay, once you've read those sentences, we can move on. Okay guys, here's Wednesday's part of the video. So if you would like to sing the alphabet song and then write it down, that'd be a great way of warming up your hand muscles. And then you can go on to Phonics Play and practice your speed trial flashcards. So now our learning objective is to spell polysyllabic words. That's a long word, isn't it? Shall we say it together? Polysyllabic. So polysyllabic words with adjacent consonants. Now, instead of being 2-syllable words, polysyllabic just means there's more than 2. Poly means many, so many syllables. Okay, so I'm going to say a word. You try and listen out for each syllable by clapping it and then writing it down. Okay, so I'm going to say the word and then you clap the syllables. Here's the first one. Computer. Shall we try it together? Computer. Well done. If you noticed, it's got 3 syllables. Let's try another one. Factory. Can you clap the syllables? Factory. Let's try it together. Factory. 3 syllables as well. And last one, let's try hospital. Hospital. 3 syllables. So well done if you got those. Now you can try writing them. So computer, factory, and hospital. Okay, now let's use what you've learned to spell 2-syllable words. The first one is tonight. Let's clap it together. Tonight. See if you can write that one down. There we go. Well done if you got the I trigraph in this word as well. The next one is turnip. See if you can clap the syllables. Turnip. Try and write it down. Here we go. Well done if you got the sound in that word. The next one is rooftop. Clap the syllables. Rooftop. See if you can write it down. Well done if you got the oo sound in roof. Don't worry if you got any of those wrong. You can have a look at mine and fix yours now. Okay, let's see if we can use some words in sentences. Remember to count the words in the sentence and check that you have them all, and use your phoning fingers to spell. Really listen out for the sounds here, because there are some consonants next to each other. The first one is, a shrimp slept in a shell. Let's count the words. A shrimp slept in a shell. 6 words. See if you can write it down and then check your sentence with mine. Great. Did you get all the adjacent consonants? Check yours. And then we can do the next one. Here it is. A crab crept into a crack. Let's count the words. A crab crept into a crack. 6 words again. See if you can write it down and then check it with mine. Here we go. Did you get all the adjacent consonants? If not, don't worry, you can fix your sentence now. Okay, this is the Thursday part of the video. You can use a phonics frame like this if you'd like to spell the words that I say. Alternatively, you can go on to phase 4 rocket rescue. The first word is tusk. Okay, great. Here's how to spell tusk. You can use mine to help you. The next word is ring. Here's how to spell ring. Remember the ng digraph. The next word, I'll just clean this one. The next word is shrimp. See if you can write it down. Okay, here's the word shrimp. Use mine to help you fix yours if you need to. Okay, so our learning objective here is to read these tricky words. I'll read them to you first and see if you can tell me why they're tricky. Here we go, so my and her. Well, I'd say this one is tricky because normally you'd think and then you'd think this was a y sound, so you might think it's yeah. But in this case, the y is doing the job of an I, so it's the word my. And her, not too tricky if we remember this digraph here. So her. Okay, have a go at writing those down, and then we can move on. Let's have a practice with these tricky words then. You could try writing them like me, where the consonants are in one colour and the vowels are in another colour. In the case of the letter Y, it's not a vowel, but it does sometimes pretend to be a vowel. So the real vowels are A, E, I, O and U, but sometimes the letter Y does the job of a vowel, like in this word. So have a go at writing them out, and this will help you to remember them. Okay, let's put some of those tricky words in a sentence now. Then remember to count the words and then check that you've got them all. The first sentence is, my damp tent smells as bad as a mad skunk. Shall we do it together? My, so that's a tricky word, my damp tent smells as bad as a mad skunk. 9 words. See if you can give that a try. When you have a look at mine. Remember, we've got the tricky word my here with a capital M because it's at the start of the sentence. When you've checked it, we can do the next one. It goes like this. I asked her to run with me. So you'll need the ed suffix in asked. I asked her to run with me. Let's count the words. I asked her to run with me. 7 words. Here we go. You can have a look at mine and check yours. Notice it does have a question mark at the end because it's a question. And we've got our tricky word her and the ed suffix. Okay, it's the Friday part of the video. So I'm going to phone talk a word. I'm going to pretend that the signal is going. So it's your job to guess what the word is. Here we go. So we're on the phone. The elephant has got a Did you get it? The elephant has got a trunk. Here's the next one. I'm going camping next week and I need to take a Did you get it? Tent. Here's the last one. I was doing some painting. I wanted to do some painting, but I couldn't find my brush. Did you get it? Brush. Well done if you got those words. Okay, here's our learning objective for today then. To read words with initial and final adjacent consonants. Sometimes words can have adjacent consonants, which means consonants next to one another, at the beginning and at the end. Listen to how I segment and blend these words to read them. St, and, stand, stand. So by segmenting them and then sweeping them together, I get to hear the word. Listen again. St, and, stand, stand. And this one. Crisp, crisp. Here we go, the next one. Slept, slept, slept. Twist, twist, twist. So we've got some more words here with adjacent consonants at the start and at the end of words. See if you can read them and then put the sound buttons in. Remember, for these blends, we just use dots as they're not actually phonemes. So see if you can write them and put the sound buttons in. Okay, did you get them? We've got frost, blend, skunk, think, drank, and blank. Here you go, you can see them here with the phonemes in. Okay, so I'm going to say a sentence and then you see if you can write it down. Remember to count the words in the sentence and check that you've got them all. The first one goes like this. The skunk drank a drink. Let's say it together. The skunk drank a drink. Now let's count the words. The skunk drank a drink. 5 words. See if you can write it down and then have a look at mine. Here it is. Did you manage to get the adjacent consonants in these words? It's a little bit tricky to hear them, but if you're not sure, read it back and then you'll see the sounds. Okay, the final sentence, we've got the tricky word my to start it off. My car had frost on it this morning. Let's say it together. My car had frost on it this morning. Now let's count the words. My car had frost on it this morning. 8 words. See if you can write it down and then check mine. Okay, here's the sentence. Did you manage to get the tricky word my? Don't worry if you didn't, you can fix it now. And then check you've got all 8 words spelled like this. That's the end of this video. Thanks for joining in, and well done for all your phonics and your writing.